What's going on, moviegoers? Yes, I actually studied demonology for a little bit, but I stopped it because some creepy ass shit started to happen to me and I was not with it. Nah, the black in me was like, that's it. Before it gets any more crazy, let's stop this. Let's stop it. But yeah, I studied demonology for quite some time. And, you know, I was very intrigued about it, you know, possession and exorcism and stuff like that. But how did I start studying and why did I start studying it? The first Conjuring movie got me hooked. I was so intrigued about that family's story. I started reading about it. I started doing my own research. And I started watching these actual live interviews about the family that went through that possession during that time. And I was so intrigued by it. I was like, man, this is crazy. I was like, this is real, you know? Some people don't believe it. Some people do believe it. It's all about your beliefs or whatnot and what you believe. But I got so into it, you know, I mentioned it to one of my brothers. And I was like, yeah, man, I want to start studying demonology because, you know, I really want to dive deep into this and see what I can find, to see what I can, you know, discover. And he suggested a book, and it was called The Devil Within. And he actually had the book, and he let me borrow it. And what I learned in this book, The Devil Within, terrifying stuff in this book that I read that really got me fucking creeped out. Some of the stuff that I was reading and learning about, you know, that more than 100 demons can possess a body. And I was just like, holy shit. I was like, that's terrifying to me. That's creepy as hell. So, and I was, like I said, I was so intrigued with that first Conjuring movie. I was like, all right, let me see. And I did my research and I started researching Bathsheba. She was the woman who killed her newborn and, you know, hung herself and pledged her loyalty to Satan or whatnot. And she, you know, she took over the mom in the movie based on a true story, the real events of Ed and Lorraine Warren. So I was, you know, I was reading and certain things started to happen to me while I was reading this book. And I was like, okay, at first I brushed it off. I was like, whatever, you know, open doors, closed doors, whatever of that nature. Some of you guys might think I'm bullshitting, but I'm completely honest with you guys. I'm real with this shit. And it was one particular night that creeped me the fuck out. I remember I wasn't dormant. I had two roommates in next to CSUN, right, in California, and they were gone for the day, and I slept in the living room. They slept in the room, and one night I legit had put out my futon and I was sleeping. I was laying down, and I fell asleep. I thought I was gonna get a great night's sleep. Didn't turn out that way. They left. I think they went to a party or something of that nature. And they left their door room, it was slightly open, but the lights were off, right? So I was sleeping. Then all of a sudden, I can't feel my body, but I'm awake. Now, I was getting sleep paralysis on a daily basis before that. But I just didn't think anything of it. I was, okay, this is just, it'll pass. It's something with my mind. It'll pass. So I was getting that, and then that night really drew the straw for me. I was, you know, so I was sleeping there, laying down, and, you know, I'm like, fuck, I'm like, it happened to me again. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And I'm like, trying to move, and I can't move. And when you have sleep paralysis, you cannot move your body at all. It feels like something's on top of you, on your chest. So it's very terrifying, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who's out there who've, you know, experienced it. You can YouTube it, Google it, whatever, and people will tell you the same shit. But yeah, I felt like somebody was on top of me, and I was like, my head direction was looking towards their room. So the room is completely dark, and I see their door kind of open, and nobody's fucking home. Windows are closed, and I'm like, whoa, okay. I was like, freaking out. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, then it stopped. But I still couldn't move. So I was panicking. I was having like a major panic attack. And then the door started to open all the way. All the way. And I can't see nothing but pitch black in that room. So by then, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm terrified. I'm like losing my mind. I'm like so scared at this point. I don't know what to do. And I'm trying to move. I'm trying to move my hardest to get up and fucking leave that apartment. But nothing. Nothing. Not even a finger movement was going for me. No toes, absolutely nothing. You know, and I felt, you know, like the pressure on my chest get heavier. So I start freaking out even more, and I look directly in the door, and I kid you not, I felt like something was looking at me, like directly at me. Like I felt like this energy that something was looking dead at me, and I just couldn't move. And the only thing that was on was my TV at the time in the living room, but it was a blue screen, so it wasn't that fucking bright. So between that screen and that dark ass room, there was not much room to, you know, to have, you know, any sort of comfortness, so to say. But yeah, I was terrified. Like, it was freaking me out, and, you know, it felt like something was looking dead at me, and I couldn't move, and I couldn't move for a while. So I closed my eyes, and just pray to God. I was like, please wake me up. Please wake me up. Wake me up. And I snapped out of it, and I was able to move. And I woke up so quick, I turned on all the damn lights, freaked out, man. I closed the door. And ever since then, you guys, I have not studied demonology. I damn near never even touched this book. That, like, legit, I probably touched the book like twice. And that second time was that right there. Because I was just so terrified of, these evil entities trying to come into my life. Because, like I said, I was getting sleep paralysis like every fucking night. And it was terrifying me. So I was like, okay, that is it. This is something I no longer want to keep doing. I'm going to keep my black ass safe to comedies. So I was watching a whole bunch of comedies and stuff like that, trying to, get my, my energy flowing for, that positive energy and whatnot. And ever since then, I stopped, legit, ever since I put away the book, I haven't had sleep paralysis since. So that's my experience with demonology. Some will say, why the fuck would you study it? It's because I was young, and I was just interested in the topic in itself, and I wanted, to learn more about it. Because that first Conjuring movie really sparked something in me that, had an interest of why demons did the things they did, and do they really exist, and stuff of that nature. So I was just into it at the time being. But like I said, I don't study it. I just watch the movies, and that's it. But yeah, it was creepy, you guys. It was very creepy. I just wanted to share that story with you guys about, my personal experience with sleep paralysis and demonology and stuff of that nature. But post your comments down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about my experience. Have you guys had any sort of experience with sleep paralysis? Does it freak you guys out? Do you guys still get it? Please post your comments down below, you guys. And thank you for taking time out of your day to watch SeaWorld Productions. Peace.